must be 6 foot, must earn 6 figures. And you know what? It's not even about the 6-figure salary. There's man that's on 200-300 grand a year and they live like they're on 60. Them man, they are tight with their money. Them man, they are frugal. Them man, they don't spend money. Like I said, me, I earn about 60 grand a year, but I live like I'm on 20. If a guy is on 200-300 grand a year, if he ain't willing to spend the money on a gal, that's not doing nothing for the gal. So a man just has to look like money. A man just has to be able to spend money and look rich. So a gal don't really care about the 6-figure salary thing. As long as a man's wearing Balenciaga and Balmain head to toe and that, as long as he walks around his house in Givenchy sliders and that, she don't really care how much his actual income is. It's all about the image of money. And obviously they say a 6-pack thing in it, i.e. the man has to look top tier in it, yeah. So good looking man, 9-10 out of 10 guy in it, yeah. This same gal will be a 5'2" gal, you know, living at home with her mum, working in administration with no degree, and she's a size 14. Yet still she thinks she deserves a top of the top tier man them in it. And the man them are the same as well. The bear man watching this right now, possibly, they will be on Instagram looking at all these top tier gal and feel like, yeah, you get me, I'm entitled to mash up these gal and that. Blood, you're not, fam. See, the man them want top tier gal, but the man them ain't top tier themselves. The man will be looking at these Instagram models thinking, yeah man, when am I gonna bag me a bad B, blood? But they're not top tier, fam. They're working the TGI Fridays. They're coasting along through life, blood. A lot of people out here, they got some mad crazy high standards, you know. They want the best, but they're not even striving to be the best. They're nowhere near being the best. They're mediocre at best. Chatting to one of my brethren a couple of days ago, and yeah, he was telling me about one girl that he knows quite well. I just seen her here and there in it, yeah. Just met her 1-2 times and that. And she's one of them gal there. She feels like, and for the most part, most gal in it, obviously in it, yeah. She feels like she's really entitled to the top man them. Like, not just a guy that drives a Mercedes and has a good 70-80 grand a year salary. No, she needs a man that's driving a Bentley, and you get me, he's just gone clear in it. And my man's on 200-400 grand a year in it, yeah. That type of gal in it. So yeah, it was interesting to find out that although this is the type of girl that, because these girls are living a fantasy world, and they're living in a dreamland, innit? Living in a dream world, innit? It's interesting to find out that this same girl that, you know, she believes that she's entitled to a man that's, you get me, top tier and that. It's interesting to find out that she's just dealing with a guy who's average. So my brother was telling me about this girl, and she was like, yeah, you know, she's got this man or whatever in it. So I said to him, oh, is he rich? Because the stories I heard about this girl, she only deals with man that's rich. He was like, no. And I said, no, don't mean rich as in like rich, but has he got money? And like, nope. He earns the same amount as him, just sub £200 a day and that. Driving a mediocre car. All right, he got a better car now and that. And I was thinking to myself, see what I mean about these girls, see what I mean about these people and that. They have some mad, crazy, high standards and that. Then they get a reality check. Same for the man them. Bare man I know, oh, I'd only date a girl that's 9 or 10 out of 10 and that. My wife, he has to be a 9 or 10 out of 10. But 5 years down the line, if you see the girl that they breed, fam, they're about 3 tiers lower than the girl that they projected they believed that they was entitled to. Me, I've never been one of them guys that, yeah man, the girl has to be a 9 out of 10. No, as long as a girl is nice, is decent, as long as I feel attracted to her, fam, that's good enough, blood. Yeah? I want to know that she got a good job and that. I want to know, you get me, like what the personality is like. Can she cook? Can she clean and that? What she got to offer me? It's all well and good a girl being pretty and that, but pretty girls don't necessarily make good mums. Remember that. Yeah, you're pretty, your looks and that can only take you so far and that. What you like as a person. If God forbid man die in a line of duty and that, pass away early, is this girl going to be able to raise my children the way I want them to be raised and that? Is she going to be able to instill certain principles and values in them? Is she going to be their coach? You get me, when times are tough and you get me, they're struggling mentally and that. Is she the type of person to be able to give them that pepper up and that? Or is she a person that's going to also be having a mental breakdown as well? Yeah, man. Bare man out here, bare girl out there, they believe that they're entitled to this certain caliber of person, but they're not even anywhere near that. Girl right now believe that they should be dating a man like Drake. But you don't look like none of Drake's exes. So how can you believe, apart from, I think the gal that he breeded was a porn star, so forget that. My man effed up badly on that one there, innit? But yeah. Yeah, there's a big guy right now that believe, oh yeah man, I should be dealing with a guy like Drake and that. But do you look like any of Drake's ex-girl or the things that he's been dating? No. No. It's funny though, cause like my girl knows one girl in it, like kind of like a friend and that, and she has some, I mean, she has standards and that. You know, guy has to be this tall, rare, and that. But at the same time, those guys don't have nothing to offer long term. So they're just fun boys. Yeah? F boys, you get me? You know, yeah, there's a lot of girls out here that can get good looking guys and that. And they get an abundance of men when they don't want them. So, you know, women say, oh, I want a good man, rare, and that. You see, when a girl is in a slut phase and that, she's sleeping around and that, she will get bare good men trying to, you get me, propose to her or whatever, and or at least take her seriously and that. And she'll, nah, I'm in a slut phase right now. She don't say that, but she is. You get me? I'm just out here playing the field and that. It's funny that the moment the girl says to herself, I want a good man, all those good guys, they're nowhere to be seen. Missing in action, you know. This is what the gal them need to realize, you know, like the men that are decent in your life, yeah, you need to take them seriously when they come in it. Yeah? You ain't gonna be 20 years old, 21, 22, 23 for long, you know. There's gonna come a time where you're gonna need to settle down with a decent man, and then when that happens, that's when all the decent men don't want you. Man, I know plenty. I know women that have all been single for 5, 6, 10 years. And I know during that time, they probably have some offers, some decent men and that. But again, their standards are too high. These are average women, you know. Nothing special. But yet still, they believe they need a top tier man and that. And then they curve all the guys that are actually on their level, and then they complain that they can't find a good man. Plenty of women right now that complain that there's no good men or they can't find a good man. I'm telling you, there is a long list of men that were interested in her that they curved. It could have been a man at work, a man at the gym, a man in passing on the street who approached her properly and that. But nah, he weren't a challenge. Nah, it's too easy, innit? Yeah, I want a man that I have to chase behind and that. I want a man that's got hella options and that. Why does a man's options don't determine his value? There's plenty of good men out there on the roadside, like just normal good guys that don't have much options and that. Just because they might not live a life of social abundance, they might not be out here, they might not care about dating apps, they might not draw girl. That don't mean just because a guy ain't got much options, that don't mean he ain't good. There's plenty of dickheads, plenty of men that just sell drugs, that don't do nothing with themselves, you know, do nothing with their life, that got plenty of options, you know. That don't mean that they're good top tier men. Nah, man. Nah, man, the people them got this thing twisted, man. But yeah, plenty of girl out here, their standards is sky high, and then they end up with just an average guy. But that's what they are. Pretty girls are average. There's a lot of pretty girls out here, you know. And the man them as well, they want these top tier supermodel gal and that. But they're just working a normal 9 to 5. These top tier supermodel gal and that, they don't date guys that just work normal jobs and that. They date guys who own their own businesses. They might be a rapper, so they're rich. You know, they might be an entrepreneur or something like that. They're not just working some guy that drives a fork. They're not just dating a guy who drives a forklift and that. Or who's happy that he got his LGV or his class 1 license and that. Man them for improve themselves on a regular basis. Stay wise, don't know.